Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Midrock Crisis. And as promised, here's a show dedicated to the Turtles and Fluorescent Leech and Eddie. The Turtles, led by Howard Kalin and Mark Volman, later known as Flo and Eddie. Turtles were, contrary to their namesake, short-lived, from 65 to 70. Vocalist Flo and Eddie kept going, now as comedic vocalists, associated with Frank Zappa. In 2010, they got the Turtles up and running as the Turtles featuring Flo and Eddie. The Turtles hatched from a surf group called the Crossfires in Westchester, Los Angeles. Our high school friends Kalin, Volin, Al Nickel, Chuck Ports, Don Murray, and Jim Tucker, with the help of DJ and club owner Reb Foster. They signed with White Whale Records. They changed their name to the Turtles as a nod to the Byrds. The first single was a Bob Dylan song, also paralleling the Byrds. The song was It Ain't Me, Babe. It's given a somewhat bubblegum approach, you could say. Bubblegum music is a genre of pop contrived and marketed to preteens and teenagers, like me. It flourished from 67 to 72. And a second wave of bubblegum began in 1977 when disco became chic. Bubblegum pop was more about singles than albums. Some bands, like the 1910 Fruit Gun Company, did I say Fruit Gun? I meant Fruit Gum, not gun. The Lemon Pipers, the Ohio Express, and the Archies topped the charts. Sugar, Sugar by the Archies and Dizzy by Tommy Roe were hits. The Royal Guardsmen had a novelty hit, Snoopy versus the Red Baron. Tommy James and the Shondells did the same with Hanky Panky and I Think We're Alone Now. And the Monkees were originally intended as bubblegum band, but the Lemon Pipers' Green Tambourine was part bubblegum and part psychedelic, and the Monkees wanted to do that as well. The Turtles followed this trend with feet in both camps with their national hit Happy Together. What a great song that was. New members Joel Larson, John Barbada, and Chip Douglas replaced Don Murray and Chuck Ports. Happy Together unseated Penny Lane as the number 1 U.S. and number 12 U.K. hit. After seeing a Turtles concert at the Whiskey A Go-Go, Monkey Mike Nesmith approached the Turtles producer Chip Douglas to tape the Monkees from TV actors to a real band. Jim Pons took over bass for the Turtles at this time. And in 67, the Turtles' She'd Rather Be With Me joined Happy Together on the charts. Even higher than in Europe, even higher in Europe. In 68, Chip Douglas returned. The Turtles put out the Turtles Present the Battle of the Bands album, in which the Turtles pretended to be 11 different bands, including the Big Brothers, Nature's Children, the U.S. Teens featuring Raoul, and the Fabulous Dogs, each with a song from a different genre. In 69, Turtle Soup, produced by Ray Davies of the Kinks, was released The Turtles were inspired by the Kinks, are the Village Green Preservation Society. The critics liked turtle soup, but no one slurped it up. It was the beginning of a decline for the band. Kalin and Volman resisted their label's idea to turn the Turtles into an assembly line pop act. White Whale Records submerged with the Turtles going under. Kalin and Volman could not legally use their names or anything turtlesque. They changed their names to the Fluorescent Leech and Eddie and joined the Mothers of Invention and appeared in the movie 200 Motels. Flo and Eddie sang backing vocals on Trey's Electric Warrior and The Slider. When White Whale's master recordings were sold at auction, Flo and Eddie won the bidding, effectually owning their own songs. They licensed their tracks to Sire Records, who issued them as a compilation called Happy Together Again. Good going, Sire. In the mid-70s, Flo and Eddie started their own syndicated radio show, Flo and Eddie by the Fireside, and they became affiliated with KMET in Los Angeles and WXRK in New York. The 1980s saw the duo backing Alice Cooper's Flush the Fashion LP. They also sang on Hungry Heart by Bruce Springsteen. Everybody's got a hungry heart. In 1984, we saw a joint tour with Gary Puckett and the Union Gap, Spanky and Our Gang, and the Association. The duo could now legally call themselves the Turtles. And 1989 saw an unauthorized sampling of Turtles music by rap artists. Kalin and Volman sued and won a percentage of royalties. They set a legal precedent in the music industry, which was still getting used to the whole digital tech thing. 2010 saw the Turtles on the nostalgia circuit with other oldies: Gary Puckett, Mitch Ryder, Mark Lindsay, Mark Farner, Gary Lewis, and Mickey Dolenz. In 2015, another oldies tour with the Buckinghams, the Cowsills, the Grassroots, and the Association. Bet you that was a good show, and I'm not fooling. Howard Kalin has semi-retired from touring due to heart and back surgery, but Mark Volman has earned a master's degree in fine arts and screenwriting. He has taught music business and communications at Loyola, and he is currently an assistant professor and coordinator of the Entertainment Industry Studies program at Belmont U. He's also a youth advisor with his wife at their church. Here's the discography. Out of Control, this was as the Crossfires, in 1963. It's like William Tell Overture with sax. 2, It Ain't Me, Babe. You know, when I was 17, the Eve of Destruction protest song, and Dylan Without Teeth kind of thing. 3, You Baby, in 1967. All of My Problems, You Baby, jangly 12-string, but zero charisma. And 4, Happy Together, in 1967. Early sunshine pop. Happy Together is excellent. She Only Wants to Be With You, ditto. And then 5, the Turtles present the Battle of the Bands in 1968. And here's the songs. The Battle of the Bands by the U.S. Teens featuring Raul. 2, The Last Thing I Remember by the Atomic Enchilada. 3, Eleanor by Howie, Mark, Johnny, Jim, and Al. This was a single. 4, Too Much Heartsick Feeling by Quad City Ramblers. 5, Oh Daddy by the LA Bust in 66. And 6, Buzzsaw, Fabulous Dogs. 7, Surfer Dan by the Crossfires. 8, I'm Chief Kamawanalea by the Macadamia Nuts. 9, You Showed Me by James McQuinn and Gene Clark. 10, Food by the Big Brothers. And 10, Chicken Little Was Right by Fats Mallard and the Bluegrass Fireballs. And 12, Earth Anthem by Nature's Children. So then in 69 we got Turtle Soup. And then in 1970 we got another Turtle Soup. And in 1970 we got Wooden Head. In 1986, Challen Road. And in 1986, Shell Shock. You get it? Turtle Shell Shock. Oh well. This was an unreleased album from 1970. Too bad. It may be on their best, not counting Happy Together. They had the hit formula. Why not just make more Happy Together type songs? That's what I want to know. Album Wooden Head. We ain't gonna to party no more. We ain't gonna to party. Is that English? Nah, that's American. Thank you everybody for being with me on Midrock Crisis. We're gonna try and save rock one band at a time. See you next time. Be well.